What's this, Tut?
No, it was a monster.
What do you mean a monster?
A real, live, honest-to-goodness monster with claws and everything.
Oh, you're nuts.
Altamaha Monster.
Yeah. I remember heard of it? Well, we're making a documentary about it, and I was trying to find locals or people who knew it.
Hey, I ain't never heard nothing like that.
Do you believe a monster lives here?
They probably do.
Gators. You're not saying that on camera?
Dad, I'm not positive. If I was positive, I'd see it.
I mean, I haven't really heard of it or anything, but I've heard of stories referring to a form of monster. I mean, not that monsters are real and stuff, but you see things, that you're not really sure what they are. One time when I was little, I was 10 or something, my dad took us out fishing, and I told Dad, and I'm like, Dad, there's this creature, in the water, something's in the water. And he was, not believing me, and he kind of, rushed us out of there, right then. He just got us out of there, and then on, we never really talked about it, but there could be something out there, I don't know. I mean, it'd be kind of ignorant to think that you don't know, or you do know everything that's out there. I mean, we've only been alive for so many years, and there's powers beyond us.
What was his name? Damn, as well as I knew him, I was one that worked on getting him into I was in the political scene then, and I helped get him in as mayor. And I can't think of his first name now. You already recording? Oh yeah, well it's not like the first time I've been on TV. All right, like I said, we can't have a beer in there. That's totally not gonna happen. You gotta ask the questions and I'll do the answering.
Do you believe in this creature?
No, absolutely not.
And why not?
Because I think it was some guy that was out there fishing one day and he seen something boil up in the water and wanted to make a name for himself. The gentleman that did it, he was just that way. He just wanted everybody to recognize him. I think so. I think some people really want to believe in it because it gives that element of mystery, as you said, and a little, sorry about that. A little bit of intrigue in all of it. People out looking around for it at first. It was a great thing for the public. But basically, I think it's, oh, bullshit. That's what I was wanting to say. So, you can cut that part out. But no, I don't think it's real. I think he's seen, a big alligator or a manatee. Probably a manatee, the way they described it. That's what it sounded like, just a manatee rolling up in the water. Listen, I've seen an anaconda under a bridge one time that scared the crap out of me, but I'm going to tell you, this thing is just too far-fetched to believe.
I lived here for 3 years, and this is the first time I heard about it, so it's not that popular. Am I going to be on TV?
But anyway, it was just this huge manatee as far as I can tell the way he described it. There wasn't anything unusual about it. I wish a big manatee would come through right now. That would just tickle me to death, because when they roll, this is how he described it. It was big and it rolled up in the water, and then they named it the Altamaha-ha. It's pretty funny.
Well, there's only one way to find out: the Manatee Challenge. Hello? Hey, yeah. No, sorry, I can't. I'm taking the manatee challenge. Yeah, must be pretty good to be a manatee.
She pressed her hot Latin lips against mine, and I forgot everything but Carmelita. But our silent partner was not going to let me forget. This was it. There was but one thing a responsible, trusted representative of the United States government could do at a time like this. Get out of there.
I've heard all my life. Altamaha-ha. I don't know what to say to it. I mean, the only thing I can say is that I've heard it about it all my life, but I've never seen none of it. I've never seen it.
How did you hear of it?
Just from words from other people. I've heard 3 or 4 different tales about what it looks like. So who knows? Kind of a snake type thing with a head on it and a long body. Fish type, you know, in a way, like body. So, I mean, you know.
I'm all in favor of monsters. I have 7 grandsons and 1 granddaughter, and I'm always telling my grandsons that I'm a monster. Grandpa could either be a monster or a nice, sweet grandpa. I can change it a second's notice to the grandsons.
I love you till the day I die.
Remember those 1950 or late 40 movies, right? And when my little grandson saw that, he just freaked him out. He didn't realize that's what I was talking about.
What you're trying to say is a monster out there like trying to scare people like a little spook story. That's all it is. It's a made up story. There ain't nothing to it, really.
I think it's a big
You put up a great fight, baby, but you don't mix with tuna.
It's not so much about, like, whether it's true or not. It's that you're open for the possibility of it being true. And open for the possibility of it not being true. Because, I don't know, believing it's true completely, like, really wastes your time, too. Because unless you're going to be a crazy fisherman trying to fight, like, these things so you can get more money, like, you don't really need to worry about it too much. Unless you're swimming in the ocean, where you're just leaving the port on a nightly journey out into the sea on your new boat. I'd probably talk to 1 or 2 people who, like, joke about it or say they've seen something in the water. But I mean, it's just like a southern thing.
So you're saying that monsters are a part of our
subconscious, our, like, inner fears about the world. I mean, it's definitely like a psychological trait. Like, we see in our dreams monsters sometimes, and some people can't decide between, like, the truth of it.
And nobody's seen it. Took a photograph. There's people that have seen it, but didn't have a camera with them at the time. It's always that situation, you know. Peaceful little town you ever want to grow up in. It's Mayberry.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll stick
Sheriff
with the
knows
freezer.
everybody.
They went to Missouri,
You know everybody.
Or going to Missouri.
Can't ask for a better place to live.
Grandma passed away or something like that. They can tell you some really good stories. A lot of older people here have seen it. So you got to find the elderly people. They have seen it. What are they looking for? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's about where you get your good stories from.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. What is the ultimate science can offer? Truth. That final breakdown of our manners, mores, customs, that take us away from the millions of years leading to civilization, back to the animalistic, the monster that lies within each of us.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's out in that river that people get scared of. That's just always been there. You need a character, is what you need.
Yeah, do you know any
That's a character right there. Hey, you ever seen the Altamaha Monster? Huh?
Couple of times. But the story is that he has come right down the river here in front of the restaurant. And don't know what it is. But everybody that has seen it says it's scary. Possibility it could very well be.
Wendell's probably seen it.
Wendell Harper may have.
He's out on the... But Rick has, right? He was on.
Yeah, Rick's not here
But he's
this
not
weekend.
here. He's out of town.
Where'd you go to school?
Do you think this legend of the Altamaha Monster has affected the community in any way?
Probably more than anything, it's probably caused people to come down here out of curiosity, to possibly get to see him. But
They had that special not long ago, but I can't remember who sponsored it.
What's it like fishing at this river?
It's fun.
It's fun to fish here?
Yeah. And crabbing.
What do you like best about this river?
It's peaceful.
You don't think there's a monster swimming around in there?
There might be. You never know.
There's some monsters out there. There's some monster gators out there. We seen one a while ago that looked like he was big as this jet ski out there. Bob, you ever heard about the monster? Huh? You ever heard about the Altamaha Monster? I've heard rumors about a monster. Why? That's what they down here trying to get you film of him.
Do you believe in it?
No. We seen a monster a while ago when we went through the cut over there. Probably you might see a shark, small shark come up to here, but that's about it.
You will see some porpoises and stuff, But I ain't never seen no monster out there.
I've never seen a monster.
What would you do if you saw a monster in this river?
I'd try to get away from him.
Yeah, I'd leave him alone. I'd let him have plenty of room. I'd let him have all the room he wanted. The big river out there, there's plenty of room for all of them.
The hardest part about blacksmithing is getting used to using the tongs. The tongs are like another appendage. Somebody already started on. And then you got your anvil where you can work it. Make that hotter so I want to break it. I know several locals that have claimed to have seen it. I don't know when the legend started, but it's very similar to the Loch Ness Monster.
legend of Loch Ness, Scotland. And the Scots that settled Darien actually came from Inverness, which is right next to Loch Ness. So I don't know, the Scots that came here and settled Darien in the 1730s, most of them spoke Celtic, and at this time the Highlands, they were still very much tied to their old traditional lifestyle and their old traditional ways. You still had, in some parts of northern Scotland, you still had paganism going on. You still had a lot of their traditional legends. So I don't know when the legend of the Altamaha creature came about, but I often wonder if it's tied in somehow with the Scots that settled Darien. Right now I think about 300 families here in McIntosh County can actually tie themselves back to the original Scottish clans that settled here. So who knows, maybe over time the legend has got distorted and got adapted to the Altamaha River here. But I've met several people who have claimed that they've actually seen the Altamaha creature. I mean, personally, who knows, what still lurks out there in the rivers. I think they say, what, about maybe half of all life that's out there in the oceans we don't know of yet, or don't know exists yet. So, it's the difference with that and the Loch Ness is Loch Ness, they actually, well, of course that proved to be a farce, but they actually have some pictures of it. Nobody has ever really taken a picture of the Altamaha. And I had a neighbor who claimed she'd seen it. And there was a website, I don't know if it's still around, but it was a website with personal accounts of people, that have seen it, and where they saw it, how they saw it, and so forth. I don't know if it's still out there. I think it is.
Do you believe in the monster?
Like I said, I mean, I'm a man of science, so I believe whatever can be scientifically proven exists. And I mean, I guess if enough people see it and it becomes a fact that exists, I'll believe in it. But until then, if it's all just hearsay and legend, I don't think I believe in it yet. But we'll see. I've been out in the river before myself. My wife and I and some friends went to look for sea turtles. And we were just cruising in our boat, and just this huge splash by our boat. And I mean, it was a big old sea turtle. And I mean, his head was like that. And that, of course, is something you would never expect to see in a little creek. But I mean, it happens, So it's hard to tell, what people were seeing when they said they saw that thing. If it was a humongous sea turtle, or if it was a manatee. I mean, I could easily see that happening, it being mistaken for that. But also, just recently, I was looking on Google News and I saw this really strange, monstrous-looking creature that some scientists had pulled up in a net from like 5,000. I don't know if it was a net, but somehow they'd caught it doing research, and it may have not been 5,000 feet beneath the surface of the ocean, but it was very deep. And I mean, this was like, like something you'd see out of Lord of the Rings or something, what he pulled out. And nobody had ever seen it before. So like I said, there's so much life out there in the rivers and definitely the oceans that, we don't know about. So who knows? But until it can be scientifically proven, I guess I could say I'm a little bit skeptical. But that's just me.
So I got the girl. And guess who got the gold?